I'm Carly Meyers from 102.1 The Edge, and today I am joined by the incredible James Bay. There are a lot of excuses for the reason we're laying like this. One is that we look like a bloody Gap commercial.
It just felt natural, though, didn't it?
Two is that he's crashing. He's had a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
And three is that I think we look good.
I think we look great.
Yeah, and we can't look into each other's eyes, but that's
Well,
okay.
I
It's
mean,
like therapy.
We can, but we've assumed a position.
We've assumed a position.
And it doesn't allow for such benefits, but we have the power of voice.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm
Great.
feeling it. We're here to talk about the new record. Of course, it's called Electric Light. Out today. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. It's May the
Woo!
18th. How exciting.
You know, it's been a while since we've really heard from you outside of the two new singles. Where were you hiding for about 3.5 years? Where were you doing all the writing?
In the stars.
In the stars.
All the way up there. I was somewhere among the galaxies, thinking about all sorts. I was just trying to be here now most of the time. But I just decided to avoid, being that jaded musician who was like, I don't like my songs. And instead of, because I'd played them for a long time.
Yeah.
I played those songs 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. And I went away and made new ones. And then I came back. And now I'm back. And I've got new songs.
All right, well, let me ask you, being up there in the stars
Yeah.
or wherever it was that you were,
Yeah.
do you find yourself more inspired by the environment, like maybe the setting or the people?
There's no oxygen in the stars. I can't even talk about that. I can't breathe up there. But so the people. People all the way. I'm very inspired by people, which is the other disadvantage of being in the stars. You can't see anyone.
Right.
But
Right.
but so yeah, I like to look at people. I like to observe how we interact with each other. I look at my own relationships with people. I look at other people's relationships, and actually, I've sort of wanted to talk about this more on this album, and that's just like watching movies and seeing how relationships are portrayed and depicted in movies.
Do you think it's bullshit or what?
I think it's great.
You like it? So like the classic meet cute in a romantic comedy.
Well, I don't know about that. I was thinking more like, I mean, I don't want to run off a long list of movies because it's too long. There's a lot of different sort of moments in a lot of different movies that have inspired me. But I like the way that I like the exaggerated way that people kind of have to talk to each other in movies, because it has to be kind of creative and it has to be kind of magical and it has to be inspiring, but like it's a movie, like you've only got an hour or two, you've got to cut to the chase at the same time, and that's like a song or a record. You don't want to meander too much.
Okay, well, let me ask you the intro for the new record.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of like a little audio movie.
It is. It's another sort of cinematic influence in that and represented on the record. And it's kind of ambiguous. It kind of like helps tie the narratives on the record together. It's supposed to do that. There's this kind of strong theme of unity on the album, and you got to like the idea that some relationships are tough, but they might actually be worth fighting for as well. And it's this like back and forth between these two people who they're kind of struggling, but they don't want to part from each other,
Because at the end, you don't really know what happens.
Exactly.
It's like, it sounds like you're outside a show and, that one person just gets that, right now I have to tell you, I'm not happy, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And then the girl goes, well, let's just go back inside and deal with it another time.
Right, which is kind of deep in
Yeah.
a way, because it's like, well, I don't know, you can take it however which way you want, but like I wanted to leave it at go back inside.
Yeah.
And then sort of walk into the album and the record and the music. I sort of chose the language carefully in that respect, but we kind of got the actors to like to roll with it a little bit at the same time. Yeah.
So it was a very different sound for this record, and I picked some good words, so I want to read them.
Great.
I would say that it was sexy.
Oh yeah.
I would say that it sounds slick.
Sweet.
I would say that it sounds very modern, but at the same time, the soul that we heard on the first record is still there. And, I'm sure you're pretty tired about hearing
No,
about your haircut.
No.
Are you tired of hearing about your haircut and the evolution of James
That's
Bay?
why I do all these interviews.
Yeah.
I want to know what people think of my haircut. Come on, indulge me.
I mean, I think it's awesome. But
Oh,
did
thank
you
you.
feel like it was something? I know for me, like every time I go through a life shift, sometimes it helps to do something, whether it's like with your apartment
Yeah.
or your physical appearance, just to say like, okay, this is a new chapter.
Yeah.
Did that have something to do with it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's my duty and my responsibility as an artist to evolve and to enter into a new chapter and to do unexpected things. And, a lot of people have listened to this music and they've said, I love this new music that you're putting out. It's nothing like I expected. And I say, great. Wouldn't it have been boring if I'd have done what you expected? And people generally agree. And so that reassures everybody involved that it's an artist's duty to push the boundaries.
Oh, absolutely.
If we were listening to Chaos on the Calm too, I don't know if we'd even be talking. We wouldn't even be laid here looking up at the stars.
Well, it's just not sustainable.
There you go.
But I get frustrated for artists sometimes because you have to evolve, you have to grow. And I mean, especially somebody like you, when you put out that first record, you were what, like 23? Now you're 27. You're going to tell me that nobody changes between 23 and 27 years old?
Speaking my language. But you have to be careful not to alienate. I don't want to alienate my incredible fans. Like, those are the people and the reason why I'm here lying on a couch with you.
Yeah.
So, I want to make them feel like they're a part of this journey, because they are. They're the other part of this journey. It's my journey and it's their journey and it's our journey together.
And next time they'll all be here on couches with us.
I hope so.
Okay, one last question. I want to talk about Wild Love.
Yeah.
The video is absolutely incredible. And I heard you say that Prince, was maybe a bit of an influence.
Definitely.
And you have the purple butterflies.
Yes.
And you've got the actress.
Yes, indeed.
And her name is Natalia Dyer. And
Yes.
she plays the sister on Stranger Things. What's
Nancy.
her character? Nancy.
That's it.
She's such a beautiful girl.
She is.
And she has this innocence about her. And did you choose her from watching Stranger Things, or how did that come about?
I am definitely a Stranger Things fan. But I just I thought it would be kind of cool to get somebody, sort of known out there in the world of acting and entertainment.
Yeah.
And she sprang to mind first. I didn't know her before making the video. So it's kind of like walking across the playground and saying, hey, do you want to play making a video?
Well, that's what the video was kind of like, walking across the bar.
Yeah, you just have to go over and ask and hope for the best. And the only other thing I aid I could use is sending her the song. So we sent her the song, and she came back and she was like, I love the song, I'm up for it, let's do it. And she had the time. So we went and shot it in LA. It was very cool. And I was kind of just trying to hold my shit together because
she's beautiful.
She's a super pro.
Yeah.
I'm not an actor. I'm terrible.
You did all right.
I tried.
Is there anything else that you want to say to your fans? I mean, the record's out today. Obviously, we want you to go buy it.
Yeah, I always just want to say thank you to my fans, because they inspire me to do this, and they choose to stick with me. And I couldn't ask for anything more. And I suppose on top of that, they keep going and telling all their other friends about my music. And then they bring them along to shows, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Speaking of shows, you can catch James Bay at Woodbine Park on September 28th here in Toronto. You should do that.
It's true.
James Bay, thank you.
Thank you. It's been beautiful.
It's been beautiful. We look like Mary-Kate and Ashley right now.
Absolutely. That's where we are. That's right.